You know, James, I was thinking this morning about how we often say that first impressions happen in a split second, but honestly, I think the first 5 seconds of a conversation are the most terrifying part of learning a new language.
Oh, absolutely. That moment when you walk into a room or you walk up to a stranger at a conference and your brain just freezes. You know you need to say something professional, something smart, but suddenly you can't even remember your own name.
Exactly. It's like your mind goes completely blank. And today, we want to fix that. We are going to tackle the art of the formal introduction and networking. It's not just about saying hello anymore. It's about connecting, building bridges, and sounding confident even if your knees are shaking a little bit.
I love that. Building bridges. That is such a perfect metaphor for networking. It's not just exchanging business cards, it's about creating a path between two people. So I am really excited to dive into this topic today because it's practical, it's high level, and it's something every student needs to advance their career.
Totally. And a very warm welcome to everyone joining us here at Learning English Studio. I'm Amelia, and I am so happy to have you here with us for this deep dive into professional English.
Hi everyone, it's James here. It is great to be back in the studio. I've got my notepad ready because even I need to remind myself of these phrases sometimes. Networking is a skill, just like grammar or vocabulary.
It really is. And before we start unraveling the mysteries of small talk and intros, I just want to give a quick shout out to our amazing community. If you are listening to this, please do remember to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. It really helps us keep these episodes free and coming to you every week.
Yes, please do subscribe, and if you have a friend who is maybe preparing for a job interview or a big conference, share this episode with them. It could be the little confidence boost they need.
That's a great point. Sharing is caring. Okay, James, let's start at the very beginning, the handshake moment. You walk up to someone, you make eye contact, and what comes out of your mouth?
Well, the standard go-to phrase is, "It's a pleasure to meet you," or "I've been looking forward to meeting you." These are safe, polite, and universally accepted.
Yes, "it's a pleasure to meet you" is classic, but sometimes in a really formal setting, you might hear, "How do you do?"
Oh, how do you do? That is the queen of formal greetings. It's very old school, very British, but still used in very high-level business environments. The trick is, it's not a real question. You don't say, "I'm fine, thanks." You just repeat it back. How do you do?
Right, it's like a secret code. It can be confusing for students because they want to answer it like, "How are you?" But no, you just mirror it.
Exactly, it's a ritual. But for most modern networking situations, I prefer something a bit warmer, like "It's great to finally meet you in person," or "I've heard a lot of great things about you."
Oh, "I've heard a lot of great things about you" is a winner. It instantly makes the other person feel good. It's flattering, but professional. It breaks the ice immediately.
It does, but you have to be careful. If you say that, you need to be ready for them to ask, "Oh really, from whom?" So you have to have a name ready.
Good point. Don't get caught in a lie. Only say it if it's true. Or you can say, "I follow your work on LinkedIn," or "I read your recent article." That is an honest and very impressive way to start.
That brings us to introducing yourself. The classic, "Hi, I'm James, I'm a teacher."
Yes, that's a bit robotic. We want to sound human, so instead of just stating your job title, we should frame it as a value proposition. What do you actually do?
Right, so instead of "I am an accountant," you could say, "I help businesses manage their finances more efficiently," or "I work with companies to streamline their tax processes." It sounds much more dynamic.
It sounds like you are solving problems, not just doing a job. So a good formula is, "I help target audience to solve problem or achieve goal."
I love that formula. I help students to speak English with confidence. That's my elevator pitch right there.
Perfect. And you can add a hook at the end. A hook is a little bit of intrigue, like, "I recently finished a project on," or "I'm currently working on something really exciting involving."
Oh, that's good. It makes people curious. They will naturally ask, "Oh, tell me more about that." And just like that, the conversation has started. You're not stuck in the awkward silence anymore.
That is the holy grail of networking, isn't it? Avoiding the awkward silence.
It is. So let's talk about what happens after the introduction. You've shaken hands, you've said your name, you've given your pitch. Now what?
Now comes the small talk, the bridge to real conversation. And a lot of students hate small talk. They think it's fake or boring.
I used to hate it. I thought, why are we talking about the weather? It's so superficial. But I realized later that small talk isn't about the information. It's about the vibe. It's a way to test if the other person is open to talking.
Exactly. It's like a verbal handshake. It says, I'm friendly, are you friendly? So in a formal setting, you can't just say, nice weather, huh? You have to dress it up a little bit.
Right. You could say, it's quite a warm day for October, isn't it? Or, did you have any trouble finding the venue? The traffic was terrible on my way here.
The traffic or the venue is a great shared experience. It creates immediate common ground. I came in by train as well. It was packed.
Yes, shared struggle bonds people. But once you've covered the weather and the travel, you need to pivot to something more professional.
And how do we do that without it feeling abrupt?
You use a transition phrase, something like, so, what brings you to this event today? Or how did you hear about this conference?
What brings you here is the golden question. It gives them the floor to talk about themselves, and people love talking about themselves.
They really do. And while they're talking, you're showing active listening skills. Nodding, saying, I see, that's interesting, oh really?
Those little phrases are worth gold. They show you're engaged. So, James, what if the conversation stalls? You've asked your questions, they've answered, and suddenly, nothing.
Ah, the stall. It happens to the best of us. You need a lifeline. You can ask about their industry trends. I've been reading a lot about AI and marketing lately. Are you seeing that impact your work?
That is a sophisticated question. It shows you're informed.
Or you can ask for advice. People love giving advice. It makes them feel like an expert. Like, I'm actually quite new to this sector. What do you think is the biggest challenge right now?
That is brilliant. I'm new, teach me. It disarms them because you're being humble and they get to feel smart. It's a win-win.
Exactly. We should also talk about how to exit a conversation gracefully, because you can't talk to one person all night. You need to circulate. But leaving can be awkward. You don't want to be rude.
Oh, exiting is an art form. You don't just say bye and walk away. You need a reason.
You do. The classic excuse is, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, but I should let you go. I know you probably want to mingle with other people. Or, I need to grab a refill of coffee.
The coffee refill is always a solid excuse. Or, I see a colleague I need to catch up with.
And you always end with a call to action. I'd love to continue this conversation later. Can I have your card? Or I'll send you that article we discussed.
Closing the loop. It makes the meeting meaningful. It promises a future interaction. And that is what networking is, planting seeds for the future.
That's a beautiful way to put it, planting seeds.
Let's take a short break here, listeners. We'll be right back with more tips on mastering formal English, and we're going to talk about handling those tricky moments when you forget a word. Don't go away.
And we are back. You're listening to Learning English Studio. I'm James.
And I'm Amelia. We are diving deep into formal introductions and networking phrases. We talked about the hello and the goodbye, but there is a middle part that can be scary for learners. Handling vocabulary gaps.
Ah, yes, the blank mind. You're in the middle of a sentence, sophisticated and professional, and suddenly you forget the word for contract or deadline.
Panic sets in, but you don't have to freeze. You can use circumlocution. That's a fancy word for talking around the word you don't know.
Right. Instead of staying silent, you describe it. If you forget deadline, you say the date when we need to finish the project. If you forget contract, you say the legal agreement we signed.
It's actually a sign of advanced fluency to be able to explain things simply. So don't apologize too much. Don't say, oh, I'm so stupid, I forgot the word.
No, never put yourself down. Just pause, take a breath, and define it. Or use a placeholder phrase. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, the final date.
The final date. Perfect. People will understand, and they might even help you. Oh, you mean the deadline? And you say, yes, that's it, the deadline.
It creates a moment of collaboration. It actually builds rapport.
It really does. Now, let's talk about levels of formality. We are in an advanced podcast, but even advanced speakers struggle with when to be formal and when to relax a little.
It's a dance. If you are too formal with a startup CEO, you might seem stiff. If you are too casual with a corporate lawyer, you might seem disrespectful.
So, how do we read the room?
Start formal. Always err on the side of politeness. You can relax if they start using slang or first names immediately, but wait for their lead.
That is excellent advice. Match their energy. If they say, "Hi, I'm Tom," you can say, "Hi, Tom, I'm Amelia." If they say, "Good morning, I am Mr. Smith," you say, "It's a pleasure, Mr. Smith."
And titles are important. Mr., Mrs., Miss, Doctor, Professor. Never drop them until invited.
Miss is very useful because it doesn't reveal marital status, unlike Miss or Mrs. It's the standard for business now.
Yes, Ms. last name is safe and professional.
Let's talk about some power phrases, short sentences that make you sound authoritative and confident.
I love power phrases. Things like, "That's an interesting perspective, tell me more," or "I hadn't considered that angle before."
These show you are open-minded. Another good one is, "I'd like to share a thought on that," instead of saying, "I think."
I'd like to share a thought sounds much more collaborative. It's polite but firm. What about when you disagree with someone? In a networking setting, you usually want to avoid heated arguments, but you might want to offer a different opinion.
Oh, disagreement is delicate. You never say, "You are wrong." Yes, that ends the conversation.
Yes, you use a softener. "I see your point, however," or "That's a valid point, but I tend to look at it slightly differently."
I see where you're coming from, but I wonder if... That's a great one. It's respectful. It validates their idea before introducing yours.
It's like a verbal cushion. It softens the blow. And sometimes you just want to play devil's advocate. Just for the sake of argument, what if we looked at it this way?
That can be risky in a first meeting, but it can show you are a thinker. Just smile when you say it so people know you are playing with ideas, not attacking them.
Body language is key, isn't it? We can talk about words all day, but if your arms are crossed and you're frowning, none of these polite phrases matter.
Absolutely. An open posture, eye contact, and a genuine smile are the universal language of friendliness.
So listeners, when you practice these phrases, do it in front of a mirror. Watch your face.
Great tip. Let's move on to written communication. Often networking starts with an email or a LinkedIn message. Do we use the same phrases there?
Similar, but shorter. In an email subject line, you need to be clear. "Following up from our meeting at the conference," or "Inquiry regarding your article on topic."
And the opening salutation, "Dear Mr. X," or "Hi, James," depending on the previous contact.
And the opening line, "I hope this email finds you well." That's the classic standard.
I use that one all the time. "I hope this email finds you well." It's polite, but not intrusive. Then you state your purpose clearly. "I'm writing to ask about," or "I wanted to follow up on."
And the sign-off, "Best regards, sincerely," or "warmly." Warmly is a nice one. It's friendly, but not too intimate.
Best is very common now. It's efficient. Best, Amelia.
We're all so busy we just want best.
True. Okay, let's think about some cultural differences. In some cultures, networking is very direct. In others, it's very indirect.
In English-speaking cultures, especially the US and UK, we value direct politeness. We get to the point, but we wrap it in cotton wool.
Cotton wool, that's a great image. Soft, but visible.
Right. We don't beat around the bush for hours, but we don't bark orders either. It's a balance.
And silence. In some Asian cultures, silence is respectful. In the US or UK, silence in a conversation can feel awkward. We feel the need to fill it.
That's why small talk is so important in English. It fills the silence while people get comfortable.
So if there's a pause, don't panic. Just smile and take a sip of your drink, or ask a simple question.
Let's practice a scenario. Imagine we're at a cocktail party. I walk up to you. Amelia, start.
Okay. Hello there. I don't think we've met. I'm Amelia.
Nice to meet you, Amelia. I'm James. It's a pleasure.
Likewise, James. What brings you to this event tonight?
I'm actually representing my tech company. We're launching a new app soon. How about yourself?
Oh, interesting. I work in education, specifically language training.
Really? That must be challenging. What do you find most difficult about teaching languages?
See? It flows. It's natural.
That wasn't bad, was it?
No, it was perfect. The key was asking open-ended questions. What brings you? How about yourself?
Exactly. You have to leave the door open for them to speak. What if you forget someone's name? That is the ultimate horror.
Oh, the forgotten name. It happens to everyone. Don't sweat it. You can be honest and charming. I'm so sorry. I've met so many people today. Your name has slipped my mind.
People appreciate honesty. Or you can introduce yourself again to prompt them. Hi, I'm Amelia. Hi, Amelia. I'm James. Problem solved.
Haha, that is a clever trick. The reintroduction.
It works every time. And if you're sitting at a table and someone new joins, you should take the initiative to introduce everyone. James, have you met Sarah?
Being a connector makes you look good. It shows you are a leader in the room.
Yes, you become the hub of the wheel.
Let's talk about following up. The meeting is over. You had a great chat. What do you do next?
The golden 24 hours. You should send an email or a LinkedIn message within 24 hours while the conversation is still fresh in their mind.
Dear James, it was a pleasure meeting you at the event. I enjoyed our conversation about topic. I'd love to stay in touch.
Here is the link to the article I mentioned. Always provide value. Don't just say hi. Give them something.
That is such good advice. Give before you take. Offer value.
Networking is not about taking. It's about a long-term relationship. You might not need anything from James today, but in 5 years, you might, or he might need you.
It's a long game. It's about building a community around you.
So, listeners, don't be transactional. Don't just look for what you can get. Look for how you can help.
That is the eternal truth of business, I think. Help others and good things will come back to you.
We are getting towards the end of our time today. It went by so fast.
It always does when we are having fun. Let's recap some key phrases one more time.
For intros, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard great things about you.
For pitching, I help people to do something. I'm currently working on.
For small talk, what brings you here? How do you know the host?
For exiting, I don't want to keep you any longer. Let's definitely continue this conversation.
For emails, I hope this email finds you well. I am writing to...
Memorize these. They are your tools. Put them in your pocket and use them whenever you need to sound professional.
And don't forget the most important ingredient, confidence. You don't have to be an expert to speak with confidence. You just have to be clear and polite.
Exactly. Fake it till you make it, huh?
Well, maybe not fake it. Just believe in yourself. You have value to add to any conversation.
I love that. You have value. Okay, we are going to move to our interactive segment now, where we want to hear from all of you.
Yes, this is the part where we turn the mic over to you. We want to challenge you a little bit today.
We want to know your elevator pitch. You know, that short introduction of who you are and what you do.
So, listeners, we want you to write your introduction in the comments below. Try to use the formula we discussed. I help who to do what.
For example, you could write, I help students to learn English, or I help companies to sell products, or I help patients to feel better.
It can be anything, your job, your studies, or even a hobby. I help people to cook delicious food. That works too.
We want to see how creative you can be, and it's great practice to actually write it out and see it on the screen.
And if you are feeling brave, try to record yourself saying it. Practice makes perfect.
Also, we have a poll question for you. It's about networking styles.
Oh, fun. What is the question?
The question is, do you find networking easier, option A, in person at events, or option B, online, via LinkedIn or email?
That is a tough one. Some people are shy in person, but great writers. Others are awkward online, but charming face-to-face.
Exactly. So tell us in the comments, do you prefer option A, in person, or option B, online?
I'm curious to see what our community prefers. I think I prefer in person. I like the energy of a room.
I think I agree with you. I like the handshake, but online is convenient, of course.
So let's get those comments rolling. We can't wait to read your elevator pitches.
And don't forget to use those polite phrases we learned. Maybe you can use one in your comment.
It's a pleasure to meet you all in the comments.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's a wrap for today. Thank you everyone for listening. We really hope you feel a little more ready to walk into that room and say hello.
Thank you for joining us at Learning English Studio. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. We will see you next time for another episode.
Take care everyone. Good luck with your networking.
Bye.
Goodbye.